Alright, Ronan MMA, welcome back to the channel. Now, last night at UFC 300, Alex Pereira turned in my opinion, his best performance to date against a very tough opponent in Jamahal Hill that many people thought would knock him out. And in this video, I want to go over how he set up that left hook, okay? It was with the body jab. So we're going to take a look at every instance of him throwing the body jab. We're going to take a look at Jamahal Hill's reaction every single time he threw that body jab, and how Alex Pereira was able to set up that left hook. Now, this video is in no way, shape, or form intended to be disrespectful towards Jamahal Hill. I really like Jamahal Hill. He was the first UFC fighter to ever shout out my channel, and I greatly appreciate him for that. But this was an absolutely phenomenal fucking performance from Alex Pereira. Okay, so here we are at 3:59 on the clock, and we see the first instance of Alex Pereira throwing a body jab. Little bit of hand fighting going on. Jamahal Hill leads with a straight left. In my opinion, this was something that he picked up from watching Israel Adesanya fights, or as he told him himself, right? Constantly fighting with Alex Pereira's lead hand, he would set up either a straight left to the body, he would go up top to the head, or Israel Adesanya would throw a nasty body kick to Alex Pereira. But he was constantly keeping that lead hand of Alex Pereira's busy, because that is his most dangerous weapon right now. If you were going to do that, you better be damn sure of your reflexes and how quick you can move your head, because if your lead hand's outstretched, playing with his, it by definition can't be two places at once, dude. Can't be at your head, right? So you just got to be mindful of that when you're fighting Alex Pereira. Now, Alex Pereira backs up, gets out of the way of that straight left. He was very defensively responsible all throughout this fight. Very nice, crisp, short parries from Jamahal Hill's punches, and good head movement, good distance management. Wasn't lazy with his leg kicks at all. It was just an overall amazing performance. But here we are. Little bit of hand fighting. Alex Pereira drops the level, jabs to the body. Jamahal Hill's hand comes right over top of his, outstretched, and right after that goes down to his waist. As soon as I saw this reaction from Jamahal Hill, I thought to myself, there is still a chance that Jamahal Hill can land something on Alex Pereira before the knockout eventually happened. But I knew that at some point in time, that left hook would land, because this is exactly what Alex Pereira wants to see from his opponents when he throws that jab to the body. It's just, I mean, one of the most simple setups of all time, and he does it against almost every single opponent that he faces, yet it's still successful and effective against every single one of them. All of his opponents should know that that jab to the body is there to set up that left hook. I better be responsible with my reactions, right? But eventually that body jab gets annoying, and you either try to swat it away or you do what Jamahal Hill just did. So we're going to skip ahead to the second time he throws that body jab. We are at 2:54 on the clock. Again, we see the hand fighting from Jamahal Hill and Alex Pereira. He's constantly trying to keep that lead hand busy. Alex Pereira's hopping, doing his hop. You think a leg kick might be coming, but he drops his level, goes to the body. Jamahal Hill's hand, once again, right over top of Alex Pereira's lead shoulder. And where does it go from there? Down to his thigh, right? It's exactly what Alex Pereira wants to see. We will jump ahead to the third instance, okay, of this amazing setup. Here we are at 2:29 on the clock. Once again, hand fighting straight left from Jamahal Hill. Alex Pereira did a very nice short parry there, which is how you should parry a punch. You do not want a big action swatting all the way down. You just want to touch it, deflect it a little bit, right? He also backs up out of the way from that shot. Gets back to a safe range. Mid-hop, dude. Something Alex Pereira does phenomenally, my bad, dude, is he will throw in like a half beat. So if he's hopping up and down, you expect him to finish his hop before he throws. He will do it halfway through. His timing is fucking unbelievable, okay? He is so good at what he does, right? And it's not just that he's powerful. You can have power, but the setups, and I do not think Alex Pereira gets enough credit for his fight IQ, because I will go over that in just a little bit once he lands the knockout blow. But Jesus Christ, dude, so good at this shit. Drops his level, goes to the body. Jamahal Hill's hand outstretched once again, and down to almost his knees, bro. Almost his knees, right? Alex Pereira's like, oh, this is it, buddy. This is it, right? And he doesn't even really back up as he's doing it. He doesn't angle off. It's just down, right? And then it comes back up. But that is a big enough window for sure for somebody like Alex Pereira. Do you know what I mean? We're going to jump ahead to the next instance, which is the fourth and final body jab from Alex Pereira. Something that he does unbelievably well is also is that he will make you think that he's going to the well with an attack, right? He will go to that body jab over and over again. He will also be keeping your mind occupied with, in this case, it was the lead leg kick, but, you know, leg kicks in general. He's going to keep you. So by the time you do go to throw that left hook, your opponent thinks that you have already created a consistent pattern and you are for sure going to throw that jab to the body. Do you know what I mean? And Alex Pereira wants to see that you have a consistent reaction to him throwing that jab to the body. It's like a bait, dude. He makes you think that you're just going to keep going to the well, or that he's just going to keep going to the well, rather. And then once you think that, he's going to switch it up. He is very good at when he decides to go for that left hook. He won't go for it right away, right? He could have, realistically speaking, that first body jab, he got the exact reaction that he wanted from Jamahal Hill. But instead of jumping ahead and trying to go for the left hook immediately, he keeps going back to the body because he wants to make sure that's a consistent pattern and that you think you've got his timing down, okay? Now here we are, 2:16 on the clock, the final instance of the body jab. Here it is, Jamahal Hill, outstretched hands, right? And where does it go? Back down to his waist. And then it comes back up a bit, right? Now, Jamahal Hill keeps his hands relatively low anyways. But it drops even lower right after that. It's exactly what he wants to see. We're going to jump ahead now to one of the most iconic moments in UFC history and one of the best moments in a Alex Pereira fight of all time, where he uses the infamous Alexander Volkanovski force to stop Herb Dean from halting the action after a low blow. Now, Jamahal Hill throws a kick to the body, something that I think he also picked up from watching Israel Adesanya fight. Whenever Israel Adesanya was in a southpaw stance against Alex Pereira, he would throw that body kick, and Izzy has a pretty unique way of throwing that kick. It's not like novel or anything like that, but he angles it upwards. He tries to sneak it in under the elbow, because you see Alex Pereira's elbow is very tight to his body right here because he's expecting that body kick. But either way, dude, goes off the cup. Alex Pereira does a little junk grab to let him know. Herb Dean comes to halt the action, and the force, dude. He just used the force. Stop right there, Herb. Get fucked. I'm about to knock this guy out, right? Herb Dean goes, okay, fine, you're good. Jamahal Hill gives him a thumbs up. Back to the hand fighting. And Alex Pereira, this is another thing he's unbelievably good at, dude, is he wants you up against that cage, or in kickboxing the ropes, before he throws that left hook, pardon me. You are limited in which way you can go. You're limited in your movement. And that's why Israel Adesanya was able to avoid that left hook most of the time, because he's very good at moving laterally, right? But either way, he gets Jamahal Hill backed up enough where he thinks he can go, drops his level ever so slightly. This is, dude, I know I'm glazing. Another thing he's unbelievable at. He does not feint more than he needs to. There's no wasted movement, right? He could have exaggerated that level drop, but he doesn't need to, because he's already set the pattern, right? Jamahal Hill is consistently doing the exact same thing. He's consistently been going to the body with that jab, and Jamahal Hill assumes that's what's coming, shoulder outstretched. He thinks he can time the counter because he's seen this so many times already, or so he thinks. And Alex Pereira comes over the top with a nasty, shovel-ish uppercut, left hook, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter. It's his left hand. And as the broadcast team was saying, didn't even land perfectly clean. It landed with the smaller knuckles off of, like, here-ish out of it. Unbelievable power, dude. It's the technique. Look how dude. His technique is so perfect. And that's it, dude. Avoids that left hand offering from Jamahal Hill. Jamahal Hill hits the canvas. And that's it, dude. Unbelievable, right? Very simple setup, very effective, uses it against almost every single fucking opponent that he faces, yet it still works. Everybody should know, right? Or they do know, but it's just that his timing, the way that he keeps you guessing with the leg kicks, right? He was going to the lead leg a lot of Jamahal Hill, which was something that I talked about in my picks video. He then ended up going to the body kick. I thought he was eventually going to use that to set up a head kick the way that he did against Israel Adesanya in their first meeting. In round number 2, he landed with just the toes across the face, but he didn't need it, man. He didn't need it. And Jamahal Hill, right from the get-go, gave him the exact reaction that he wanted in order to land that left hook, and he did so. And listen, dude, I don't like seeing Jamahal Hill out cold. As I said at the beginning of this video, I do like Jamahal Hill, but I'm almost glad that Herb Dean allowed it to go like that, because Jamahal Hill would have been upset if it was stopped early. Obviously, the fans would have continued to shit on Alex Pereira for early stoppages, right? Like we've seen Mark Goddard do, maybe a couple times, the one against Izzy, the one against Yuri Prohaska. But regardless, dude, unbelievable performance from Alex Pereira. Pretty much fucking flawless. Had a few leg kicks landed on him. No bother, dude. I don't think he got landed cleanly on the head a single time throughout this fight. And we were you know, a little over 3 minutes in, and that's it, dude. Like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. I'll see you at the next video. Bye bye.